I think once before the story. It's a very, very powerful story, and it connects with what I have to say regarding the responsibility of the parents towards their kids. There's a powerful story, a true story that happened, I think a couple years back, and the story goes as follows. There was a principal one time calls the father, and he tells him, I want to give you some information about your son, your child. He's doing, you start soft. He's doing good, this and that and that and this. And when he hears the father like relaxing, sitting down on something, I have to tell you an incident that happened today in school. That basically your son was doing something, not what he was supposed to do in class. The teacher told him to put it away. And he looks at the teacher straight into his face and tells him, "I'm not so
Who are you?
Nobody. You're nobody to me. I don't care what you have to tell me." The teacher is shocked. He's sitting around the full classroom of kids, and the kid just.
How old is the kid?
From what I remember, second grade.
Oh.
So very, like second, third grade, something like that. Very, very, very young child. And he basically tells him one more time, and the kid says it again to him. So he sends him to the principal's office. Are you sure? Usually kids by the principal's office, they get nervous, they get afraid, they get scared, they cry, whatever it is. Especially second grade, third grade, around that age. And he comes to the principal's office, he's waiting outside, he calls him in, he sits in the chair and he tells him, I heard you want to tell me what did you do? And he tells him, it's happened in Israel. I also don't, you're nothing to me, I don't care. He's shocked. Okay, you're going to be sitting over here for the rest of the day, and I'll be calling your parents. What could you do? The kid doesn't want to hear anything. So he tells, so the father's hearing this on the phone, and he told over the rabbi this story. The rabbi that I heard the story from. And he said, like, in my head is going through different types. What am I supposed to, what punishments, this and that, maybe this. And the principal tells the father as follows. You have a very, very powerful kid in your hands. And you have two ways to go about it. You could decide, when he comes home, to scream at him, to hit him, whatever you want to decide you want to do with him. But you understand this, that he has inside of him, very, very powerful. He's not a sheep, he's a leader. It doesn't go with the flow. He's something special. You could decide right now, or it's better for you to have a sheep. And that means when he gets older, he's also going to be a sheep, because he tried to be a leader when he was a kid, or tried to break out from some type of big field that he wants to be, to let the lion come out, and he was hit a lot of times. So he's going to know it's bad not to do that. And your whole life you're going to have him like this. Or to give him consequences, show him that what he does is going to get consequences for what he's doing, and grow in your house a leader. So he told the rabbi, when he's telling over the rabbi, after the principal hung up the phone, he's like, then I changed everything. My whole perspective changed from the way he spoke to me. I thought he's going to come, and what was going through my head in the beginning when he was coming, I was going to go scream at him, hit him, do this, that. The second I realized that I have in my hand a powerful gem, I have a leader in my house, something that can be very big from him. He's not going to be like everyone else, follows what everyone does. So I have to know how to do the right consequences. And I sat, and when he came home, I gave him his punishment. He realized what he did was wrong. And then not only that, the child for himself, how about, tells us to the father, how about I write an apology letter and I read it in front of the class? So I was like, great idea. And that's what the kid did. So we see over here that we have both sides where we could take this to ourselves. Now, in this week's Parashat, yesterday's Aliyah and today's Aliyah talks about Eliezer going to Haran to go to find a wife for Yitzchak. Yitzchak is 40 years old. In those days, people were married with kids. It's very, very old. And Avraham Avinu, not only that, he goes, tells Eliezer to take everything, take 10 camels with all kol shor, with a lot of wealth, and also with a shtar, with a document that says over there, in order to convince the parents to take the girl, you have to give them some incentive, that she's going to get all of his belongings. Is going to go to her and her husband to get them in. To get it. So it's the incentive to get them to release the girl.
Easy sell.
Now he goes. And he goes, finds his whole shlichut, everyone knows. But what do we learn from this? We learn from this that it's true that the parents have to work on their children, for their children, to try to work to discipline them, to help them go in the right way, to let them to work on themselves, to do things on their own. But don't forget to lead them. Sometimes they need that feedback, they need to move around. And this is what when it says in the Kitvei Arizal, it's brought in the Etz Chaim, and it says very, very powerful words. You have no day that's similar to the next day. There's no tzaddik which is similar to his friend. You don't have a creation that's similar to the next creation. Each creation is created for something very high. That each and every single creation, every single being gets different level of hashpa'ah, abundance from heaven, from the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Now, when a person puts this into perspective, he has responsibility. So a person can say, oh, my kids are older, or I'm a grandfather, so that's it, I'm done. No, you have every single day. Every day is a new day. It's like you're starting from scratch. And over there, we learn from the Arizal over there that every single person should work on himself to see what could I do, even if in the past I didn't do the right thing, to move forward in the right way. Now, to continue this, what's the best way to do it? When the kids see the education of the father gives them, doesn't have to be straight by telling them to them, rather they see how their father is acting. And it's one thing that I really think that's very, very important for people to take this for themselves, to get a bookshelf in their house. A lot of people have very, very nice houses, but try to get a bookshelf with Sifrei Torah, with Sifrei Kedusha, with any books. It could be in English, Russian, whatever you read, and it's also have a covering that if someone passes by, which is not as modest or whatever, they pass it by, that it should be covered as farim. But a person should always have Sifrei Kodesh in his house. Just having holy books in your house, that's already something. That you pull out once a week or once a day, you open it, the kids see that Abba uses his shelf, he uses it, and from this they grow from just seeing much more than just getting told always.